Hi YouTube! So I received a request to share with you guys my experience in college to be a medical office assistant. So that's what I'm going to be doing today for you guys. And I'd like to stress and put a disclaimer out there that the going to school is just kind of like the foundation to your career. It's not like you're gonna go out there after you do your or you finish your schoolwork onto your practicum and know exactly what you're doing. Chaos. Stop. Sorry, that was my dog. But you're not gonna go out there and know exactly what you're doing. At least that's what my experience was. It's kind of you learn, depends on what kind of learner you are. Sometimes you learn hands-on by actually doing the work that you're in school to learn to do. So I'm not quite sure if you want me to go into depth about like the things we learned about or what my experience was like, but I'm just going to touch all of that for you. So my experience in college was straight out of high school. I went to college. I started learning my classes a month after I had graduated high school. So it's very different than high school because everyone there is there to learn. Everyone there has paid their tuition to be there to learn. So there's none of that kind of silly high school things. If you weren't dedicated to your work in high school like me, I didn't really go to school or high school to learn. High school was kind of like a party to me. High school or college is not like that, at least from my experience, because everyone is there, they paid to be there. You want to learn, you want to get the knowledge so you can go out there and be what you went to college to be. So it's not all fun and games. My experience, I had to cut out a lot of the activities that weren't very responsible or just didn't fit in my schedule anymore, like partying, staying up all night, going out on school nights. Was not something I was able to do because I had to study. And you need to pass the course. You need to have a minimum of 70%. That's what I had in mind. And once you start dropping below, you won't get your tuition back. You fail and you will have to either take the course again that you failed. That's not always an option, by the way. And you basically lose all that money that you put into your schooling, and it's just gone. So it's very important that you take your schoolwork seriously and try to get the best marks that you can, because in the long run, when you're going to apply for jobs, you're going to want to be able to say, oh, I graduated with honors with distinction or something like that. That sounds very good to employers. It shows you have good work ethic, because you're actually caring about what you're doing. You're not just doing it half-ass. So, yeah, you want to actually take the time to learn what you're learning, what the college is offering you. Try to get as much help. If you have questions, always ask questions. Always do that, or else if you're confused, you may actually go out and have to do what you're confused about in the medical office setting, and you won't know what you're doing, which is not good. You don't want to have that. So it's very important to ask questions. No question is a stupid question. And, if your teacher's maybe not that friendly to you, that wasn't my case. My teacher was amazing. He had a personal relationship with the class, personal yet professional, but, there was always that security that you could come to him with questions and not feel embarrassed that your question is stupid or anything like that, which is important for a teacher to have too, as a quality as well. But always make sure you're asking questions, just check in, everything like that. And so another tip or thing, always make sure you're staying on top of your work. If you have a report or an assignment that's due, don't leave it to last minute, because if you're leaving it to last minute, you're not going to do the best that you can do. So try to do it when you set it as a priority. Do your work first before you go and play in your life, whatever kind of activities you have going on in your personal life. Save that until after you finish your work. and, make sure you're prioritizing it so you can hand in your best work. There's going to be people of all ages in your course, probably. I was the youngest in my course. Yeah, and it's fun too. You're going to meet some people that you didn't have the opportunity to meet in high school, and some of the people that you'll have there to network with you and be a part of your life for the rest of your life. It's very much like high school in that sort of sense of making friends, except for everything is a lot more professional. So you want to behave yourself in the way that you actually would when you're out there working. In my course, like sweatpants, we weren't allowed to wear sweatpants because it just didn't look very professional. But you try to keep a professional environment. Try not to have conflict with anyone. Things like that. Yeah, it's very much so you're just an adult and behaving like an adult rather than, a teenager if you're coming straight from high school to college. And, you'll learn to pick up these skills. I wouldn't be scared to go and start college because, even if you don't understand something, the textbook is there. Everything you're learning should be in the textbook. And you're just going to have to study down and just sit down and really find that answer in the textbook. Find learning strategies that work for you. Taking notes worked for me the best. I had probably every day like about at least 3 pages of notes written. During class, you just always write down what the teacher's saying. Always try to just ingest everything that you're hearing. The teacher's probably not going to say something that isn't important. So if the teacher's saying it and the teacher, especially if the teacher says this is important, you need to listen, and you should probably write that down because it is important. So that's all I can think of today. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, just let me know. Like I said, it would be my pleasure to share my experiences with you. And so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.